Do you use periodization in golf based on the season?
You know, it's something that I've actually thought about it a little bit more, I suppose, on a smaller scale, even being how we prepare for tournaments, because golfers traditionally just ramp up coming to tournaments. So if you're 6, 7, 8 weeks out, you might be taking it easy.
Yeah.
And as you get to the final week, you're literally like pushing harder and harder and harder. And it's something that like interested me, because obviously doing triathlon, you do the opposite. You taper coming into it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't see why you wouldn't taper it off being a golfer either. Because you end up getting to the tournament and you're almost so tired from the prep and the build up and everything that's going on. Like you're at peak anxiety level almost.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's something that I've been playing around, especially with one of the girls that I coach, and we've had like little runs of 2-3 weeks breaks, and what we've tried to do is peak in the middle of it and taper it a little bit as she's traveling to an event, and just tick over for the last couple of days. It's worked quite well. So it's generally we don't have periodization except for like maybe technical changes in weeks that are off.
Yes.
And attempts to recover, but the season tends to be so full on and it just turns over. But
was it alien for you then, mate? Like when you were going into the latter stages of Ironman training, that you've come with golf, you're the other way around. We're ramping it up and we're sharpening things and the volume's high before the competition. Whereas in triathlon, it was spun around.
Yeah,
Did you find it weird?
Taper. I absolutely hated the last 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. When it's weird, you go from like just feeling so strong and so fit, even though you're tired.
Yeah.
To like just lethargic. It's a very, I can't describe it, like it's a very strange feeling.
That's horrible.
And in Ireland, because I'd come out of the full Ironman, when we were doing the half Ironman, it was a much shorter taper, and I preferred that. I just found like you were almost into it. It was a couple of days travel, get there, tick over. But yeah, it's a very strange feeling. Like as you come to an event, you're not doing much.
Yeah.
It's but you have to, again, I suppose you have to, because your body's just been through so much for so long.
You have to, mate. But yeah, I guess there's two things. What's known as taper syndrome, and you can look it up. There's a lot about it, and then you're almost the way that you've been programmed and the way that you've programmed people in golf, and you're going against it. Yeah. So there's no wonder you didn't feel quite yourself.
Yeah. It gives you a big itch though. That's the thing. Like by the time you get over that, it's like you just want to get going. And like you're so excited to get going. It's such a nice feeling to just feel like you can go, all right, this is it. Like I remember the day before, and like Tom would come over to the house and stuff, and it was just like everybody was like ready, and you just couldn't wait to wake up. It's like one more sleep to Christmas. It's like, right, this is it, and you get up and you go, and it's a strange feeling, but I think you can learn from both, right? Like some athletes I'm sure that you deal with probably prefer a shorter taper and just feel better on it. Yeah,
some will say that they prefer a shorter one and then not perform well and then have a longer one, and some people won't really have too much of a, like for a lot of, I don't know, for some of the people that I coach, I don't even tell them, like I won't even say a lot of the time that's a taper. I just say we're just going to relax a bit this week, and
trick them into it.
Yeah, maybe, mate. Maybe it's a trick. I know from doing, or what I felt from you doing your Ironman, you probably turned a few heads in your industry, be it with colleagues or be it with clients. Talk to us a little bit about the impact. Was it a shock? Golf Pro does Ironman triathlon. How was all of that received?
I think it was more me doing it, because they just don't. I suppose I don't look like somebody who should probably do an Ironman. Like I walk a little bit funny, and I'm a bit bigger than most people that probably do them, and I'm not traditionally, like I've only done this for a couple of years, and I think people just thought it was a bit mad. I just don't think people. I like. There's a lot of people you'd say you're doing an Ironman to, and they just look at you and go, "Yeah, all right, yeah." Like as if really? Like they don't really. But you just keep taking over. You don't notice it coming in a way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it seems so big. And I remember when I watched like Jad and Rob 2 weeks before, I think that was when it really hit me, the scale of this and the difficulty of it. I think that was like, oh God, this is like, and I'm just obviously at that stage coming into taper week, and you're like, this is going to be hard. Like this is, because you know their run times and you know what they run like, and you can see obviously the different times within a race. Maybe there's difficulties and stuff, and then you're like, oh, this is tough.
This is going to be hard.
But yeah, you just kind of get on with it. It's one of those things, like all you can do is start and just hopefully finish. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's a starting point and an end point, and like you just got to get from one to the other, and that's all you can do. But yeah, you get some funny. I think a lot of the higher level guys that I would coach or work with, like, quite respected that you were doing something like that. That you were having to get up at 4 a.m. to train and still make it into work for 7, and they could see that you were pushing as hard as they were in their sport. And then to the guys who were slacking off, like, it was an easy little punch you can give to them and just go, geez, I'm doing this as an amateur for fun, and you're getting up at 11 or 12 and hitting balls for an hour and going home. It's like, it's not the level that you should be at. So yeah, it's an interesting balance to strike for sure.
Leading or setting a great example in another discipline as well. I think that's how I saw it, mate. Like, obviously you're well respected within golf, and you've led what you've led there, but then you go and do something in another sport that, I mean, mate, I remember January of 2021, when we worked together for the, what was it even called, like the weight loss challenge or something like that.
It was like the transformation,
transformation challenge. So it's all of this is quite new. So to move into a sport, and a sport that's so demanding, training hours wise, you can get through an Ironman with not huge training volume, but you can't really. And you sort of just went all in. I think you have to give yourself credit for that. There's a huge amount of respect, and I think that's why people sort of went, oh wow, that's quite special.
Yeah, but it's funny, through it all, you don't kind of realize it just sneaks up on you, because to me, it was the people around you. Like, it's an individual sport.
Yes.
But when you realize, like, how many people get you to that stage. Yeah. And I've thought about it with golf recently a lot as well. Like, okay, there's individuals, but, at a high level, you need a team about you, from a fitness trainer to a physio to, and even friends, just being able to decompress with friends or have them drag you into stupid things. And you're in Germany and you've got Steve-O following you in a van for 20k while you're riding your bike just to make sure you're all right, like stuff like that. It's like, you don't realize how many people it actually takes to do an Ironman in a way. I know you can go out and do it on your own, but like, for me to get there the way I did it was, it was all the people around me that kind of got me there.
Did you feel anything in the reverse direction, mate? Did you feel any people move away from you?
Not massively. Not particularly. I think you definitely kind of slim down who you're around regularly, because you just don't have time. Yeah, no, but like you're having to make a decision. Like for me, it was, I looked at it like I had work, I had training, and I had, like, call it lifestyle or, going out, whatever way you want to put it. But for me, I definitely took a hit on that lifestyle casual time.
Yes.
Like, I did not go out. Like, the team, even within work, like the team were going for a curry night, and because I was trying to lose some weight to be, at a decent weight for doing it. And like, I was sleeping at like 8 or 8:30 at night. It's like, I had to just say no.
Yeah.
And you feel so guilty because you're like, it's the team, but they also understood. But you're having to make that sacrifice, because if you don't make that, then work's going to take the hit, right? Yeah. You've only got so much energy and time that you can put into things, and you have to prioritize that. And for me, that was social time was just out the window. Like, my social time was on the bike or at Zad's. That was literally it. Like, there wasn't much else for that. Or maybe a Saturday afternoon. Good places. Right? So that was pretty much all I had. Was just trying to balance those three things out.